Facebook marketing funnel, the different Facebook ads objective, and you've also learned about the structure of Facebook ads. So you've already come a long way and you're getting the basics right. Now it's time to take the next step and start actually setting up our first ad. Let's dive into it. So to set up our ad, we're going to go step by step and go through all of the different options that we need. And then in this lecture, we're going to focus on location and demographics. All right. So starting from the very beginning, the first thing that we have is our ad set name. Now this ad set name is going to be important because you're going to have a lot of different ad sets as you go, and you want names that are descriptive of what the ad set is about. Now I prefer to put in first the location and then the age and then the detailed targeting. But we're gonna set that up as we go so you can see exactly what I mean. So for now, we're just gonna leave it. Now, next up we have traffic. Where do we actually want to drive our traffic? And for this example, we're going to drive traffic to our website. It could also be an app or to Messenger, but we're going to stick to the website. Then we have something known as dynamic creative. Now, what dynamic creative is that when you move on to the ad design level here, you get a lot of different options to design a lot of different ads. Now, the problem with doing a dynamic creative is that Facebook are going to be using the different alternative as they see and as they please. The problem with that is that we don't get the data of which alternative that works the best. So while this gives more options and allows Facebook to optimize which ad designs or ad creatives here to use, we are not going to use it because it gives away our control, and we want to collect as much data as possible. This is going to make much more sense as we progress and move on to the upcoming sections. Then we have offer. We're not going to touch offer because this is its own ad type, and we're going to set up this type of offer ad later on in the course. All right. Moving on, we have something known as audience. Now, audiences is also a very big deal. We have an entire section dedicated just to audiences, so we're going to talk much more about this later on in the course. But right now, what we are doing is that we are creating a new audience because we don't have one, right? So our audience are the people who we want to show our ads for, and those are going to be the people who are interested in buying our products or services. So right now, we have to create a new audience, and later on, for the ones that are really effective, we'll be able to save those audiences and use them again. Again, more on this later on in the course. So we're not going to touch this part for now. We're going to move down to location. So the first thing we're going to set up with this ad is who and where we are going to be targeting. So to edit this, all we need to do is move to the right and click on edit. So as you can see, right now it says Sweden for me because it's locating me to be in Sweden. And if you are in the US or in any other country, it's going to show up that country for you here. That's not important. We can just go ahead and remove it. So for our e-commerce, we are going to be targeting people in the US. So in order to target people in the US, all I need to do is click here and I'm going to write United States. And it's going to pop up as an alternative, and I'm just going to click on United States, just like that. And as you can see, when I click on United States, I'm getting shown a potential reach here. So right now, I'm potentially reaching 230 million people with my ad. That's a lot of people. And then we get some estimates, but we don't need to bother about this because we need to set up a budget before we get some proper estimates here. So all we need to look at right now is our potential reach. Now, the end goal when we finish this ad set is that we want to have a reach that's going to be between 100,000 and 1 million people, and the absolute sweet spot being 500,000. So the closer you can be to 500,000, the more successful you're going to be with your ad. It is the sweet spot between optimizing the pixel, which we're going to talk about more later on in the course, and having enough people so that Facebook can go through different types of personalities, demographics, interests, behaviors, and see which type of people actually are interested in what you have to offer, and then Facebook can optimize from there. So the potential reach of about 500,000 is a great one to look for. So when we are targeting for location, we have a couple of different options to choose from. Now, if I click here, I get a list, and I have people living in or recently in this location. So that means that everyone who lives in the US or have recently been in the US are going to be targeted, okay? The next option is people who live in this location. So it doesn't matter if people are in there, these are only for people who live in the US. And then we have people who recently have been in this location, so it doesn't matter if they live there or not. and then specifically people traveling in this location. And this targeting is a little bit differently because you target people who live further away and who for sure are traveling. So which one of these you choose between is of course going to depend on what you have to sell. So for example, if you're selling stock photos for traveling or something that has to, or travel equipment perhaps, you might want to target people who are traveling, right? That makes a lot of sense. But for most of the time, for your targeting to be as exact as possible, we're going to choose people living in this location. And the reason for that is simple, because if we want to target the United States, we want to target the people who actually live there. Now, if we were to target people living in or recently in this location, we would be targeting a bunch of tourists as well. And if our goal is to target Americans, well, then we're going to be wasting money. And similarly, if we're only targeting people recently in this location, we're going to be missing out on people who actually live in the US, who we really want to show the ads for, right? So people living in this location is going to be our primary choice for most of the time, unless you're doing some specific type of ads, right? This is the kind of learning process you have to learn over time. But this is the most common one. This is the one we use most of the time as well. So we're going to choose United States. Now, as you can see here, there's also an option to include. So what we have done right now is that we have included the United States, and we can see that on the map right here, okay? So this is the United States. I can zoom in here as well. Now up here we have Alaska. So let's say, for example, that I don't want to include Alaska. I want to minimize this potential reach. So what I could do is click here on include, choose exclude, and then I'm just gonna write Alaska. And then I'm gonna choose Alaska, United States. And then you can see this has been excluded. Now there aren't enough people here, so the reach is still pretty huge, right? But now we excluded people in Alaska because maybe they're, you know, it's so cold and miserable, so they're not gonna want to buy from our e-commerce store anyway. At least let's pretend that's what our market research was saying. So we didn't want to target Alaska. So we removed and excluded that country. Now what you could also do, for example, is that you could, if you wanted to exclude others, you could click on browse and you could select the countries that you wanted to exclude from this list, from countries. You could do regions, or you could do save location, should you have saved any specific locations, right? And another way that you can target, and this is the way that I think is best to target if you, for example, are targeting islands, is especially tinier islands, is that you can use this map. So let's say that we move in here and we click on zoom in, and we zoom in the United States, and we move into, let's say, Kansas City like this, and let's say that we wanted to remove the entire, pretty much Kansas City right here. So what we can do is use drop a pin. So we're gonna click on that one and click right here. So now I'm gonna choose an area that I want to include just where I click. So if I go up here, you can see that we have the location that we are excluding. So I'm gonna click here and I'm going to increase this reach, let's say to 30 miles. There we go. So now I'm excluding most of the Kansas area right here. So that's another way to use location and to be excluding. All right. And if I wanted to include more, all I would do is change to include, and then I would add in the location in there. Now what you can also do is you can go down to add locations in bulk. And let's say I wanted to do that, and I could select between countries, regions, or states, this designated market areas, cities, postal codes, addresses, etc. So if you have any CSV file or any list with countries or addresses or whatever from your own market research, you could just add that in here. So let's say that I wanted to add in a bunch of more countries. So let's say that I wanted to add in France, I wanted to add in Sweden, maybe Norway, Belgium, I wanted to add in Denmark. So I would do that and then click on match locations right here. And now it's showing me all the different matches, and I can choose if I want to include or exclude. So for example, maybe I don't want to include the French Southern Territories. I would just remove that one. I would remove this one, or if I'm happy with them, I'm just gonna be happy about them and click on add 7 locations, and they will all be added again. Now, once again, what I can also do is click on save this list to use it again. And if I click on save this list to use it again, that is where we can go down to the browse here and click on save location. Then that list is going to appear right here. So if you have any specific targeting that you know that these different countries or these specific regions or these different postcodes we want to use for most of our ads, or this is where our audience primarily is, you can save that down and then just keep using that location targeting. All right. So that is for targeting a location. So I'm just going to stick with what I've done so far. And now also notice that our primary target is the United States, right? So the first thing I'm going to do as I'm moving along in the ad set is that I'm going to remove SE here because that stands for Sweden. And I'm going to write US because I'm targeting the US primarily. So this is a way to understand where I'm targeting with this ad set specifically. All right. Now I'm going to move down and I'm going to choose the H's. So to change that, I'm just going to move over to the right here where it says edit and click it, and then I get to choose between what H's that I want to target. So of course, this is going to depend on your market research, what you're selling, who your audience is, etc., etc. But let's say, for example, that from our market research, there were people that were between 22, and because we have an e-commerce, so online shopping is generally more for the younger generation. So I'm going to say 22 to 40 for this case. And then I would just set that in. And as you can see, our potential reach has gone down now to 110 million. So we're lowering it as we go. We're going to keep lowering it as we continue being more specific with our targeting. Then moving on to genders, right? So here we can choose to target all genders or men or women. So this is great if you have any gender specific product, of course, then you can target only men or you can target only women. But for our e-commerce, we're going to start off by targeting all, right? So this is how you target for location, which we just did, and demographics being the age and gender. Now, if you already had a Facebook page from before and you already had some traffic from there, what you could do is that you could go into your Facebook page and then you could go ahead and click on Insights to the left tab here. Click there, and then you would go to People down here. And now you're gonna get some data. You're gonna get some demographics. You're gonna get some location data. So as you can see, the majority of fans coming to our Facebook page have been from Pakistan, with a close second from India, right? So it would make sense that if this Robin and Jesper page was a business page where we were actually selling something, we would be targeting Pakistan, right? And we can also see that it's fairly even between men and women. So it's a pretty good bet to say that, hey, we could probably go with both genders, but we could also, as we go along, try to target just men and see if that would yield any better results than targeting both. So if you have a Facebook page, you can go ahead and go to Insight and check your data. But if you don't, you're just gonna have to start from scratch with the market research you have, or using psychology and imagine who do you think your audience is and try to target them from there. All right, in the next lecture, we're gonna move down and go into detailed targeting. And this is a pretty big one and a very exciting one. So brace yourself. See you in the next lecture.